Hi. In this example, we're going to use, matrix multiplication with a much larger data set. So again, we're going to expand the number of input variables up to 10. And we're going to do 1,000 different observations or rows of these different 10 input parameters. And then we're going to make a prediction for each one of those rows. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that up right now. Again, we're using this A Few Good Things to Know About Excel file. And the concepts we're looking at here, again, it's just an expansion of what we've already covered. So multiple variables, multiple runs. And we're going to show how matrix multiplication function can be used with this. And it's no more complicated than the very easy examples with just a few variables. So I'm going to switch over to Excel. You can see that I've highlighted or magnified the formula bar once again. It looks like the first thing that we do is we're going to select these theta values and we're going to give them a variable name of thetas. We are then going to select all the x's. So if you hold down Shift and Control, you can actually go until the end of the row and the end of the column. So Shift Control Right actually selected what you see here. And then while I'm holding down Shift and Control, I push down and it selected everything else within this data set. So you can see here it selected down to 1,000. And then I can click up here and let's name this x_1000 since there's 1,000 rows within this data set. Enter. Okay, and then it's as easy as matrix multiplication of x, and we're going to choose 1,000. So it highlighted all of those values there. And then we're going to choose our thetas, which again are our model parameters. And it's the same general format as when it was a much simpler formula. But this is going to do the matrix multiplication of these large matrices. Again, there's no difference here in the formula whether this is 1,000 or 10,000 or 1,000,000 different observations. And the same goes with the number of input parameters. We just chose 10 here, but it could easily be a couple hundred that were used. So we press Enter, and you can see there, it filled in the prediction for all of these. Each of these values right here is this equation off to the right, for the values within that same row. So each of these predictions is coupled with the input values to the left of it. So again, just expanding what we've already learned into something much bigger, and this is used quite heavily within neural networks.